All right. I'm gonna just turn this down. Good song though. Good song. How's everybody doing this Friday? Friday. You're gonna have to. You're recording me right now.
Right now.
Okay.
Right this second.
I want you to take notes. So I will prop it somewhere. Maybe prop it down there, or we may have to.
You get a voice memo.
So you get a tripod.
That's okay.
And don't-
I'll take Mel's notes. Mm-hmm. Or I'll just rewatch this.
His notes are
Right?
Okay, so as you all know, one thing that we are really focusing on right now. Can anybody give me
Rehashing.
Rehashing. So.
Oh yeah, let's go here.
I thought it was just getting tired.
All right, rehashing our customers. All right, so before we even get to the point of rehashing, all right, what do we need to do?
Get their number.
Call them.
Even before that, to even get the sale. Okay, so in order, CPR, yeah,
Okay.
CPR for sure.
You gotta knock on the door.
Hey, whoa, you gotta actually knock on the door. But I think one of the keys to even getting to the point of rehashing is finding quality customers. Okay, that's the first step behind it all. All right. And as all of you know, I know you know a lot of good traits of quality customers, but just give me a couple. So what are the types of people that we're looking for?
They hate their current provider.
All right, we know all the definitely non-buying and buying signs. We can filter those out and find a way to, find the best customer. But I'm talking about like really, really, this customer, I'm signing them up for sure if they have a what mainly.
It's
An
a
interest.
big issue.
Interest.
A need.
Aha!
There we go.
Bingo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bingo! All right, these are customers. I guess need won't be very clear. Have a need. All right, these customers have a need, guys. Be honest. How many times have we all been out there and there's a customer who maybe they're just interested, all right, you don't really see a need with them, but they're acting like, hey, you know what? Sure, whatever.
Yes,
Put me on the list and I'll maybe give it a shot. Okay,
Yep.
seriously.
Give it a shot.
Who is seen? I'm guilty of it as well.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, I'm guilty of it as well.
That's
100%.
my sale.
Because you're like, yeah, right, that's it. I need it. That's my sale. I got this. I can close it right here. And then maybe they'll plug it in. Who knows? Those, you guys, those are the pendings. All right, those are the customers that are, not gonna plug it in. Because then they get it. You're texting them like, hey, giving them a call. Yes.
So, how do we go about that situation if they're like, oh yeah, let me quote unquote give it a shot? Do you like, oh wait, never mind. I'm not gonna sign you up anymore? Or like,
Yeah.
do we still go with the process? Like, how do we deal with that?
Explain to them.
Exactly, yeah, that's a great question. So I'm not saying to walk away from everybody who is a maybe, okay? Obviously, some people are curious, and then they have a need, but I'm talking throughout the process. If I'm talking to somebody and they're saying, yeah, I'm not really struggling with my speeds. It's the same price, but maybe I could give it a shot. I'd say, okay, today I'm really just looking to help people out who have a need. So if I can help you out today, lower that bill, increase that speed, if you really feel like it's something that's gonna help, for sure. That's what I'm here for. However, if you feel like, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it, then,
Okay.
that's fine. And it's kind of like redirecting away. Like if you found someone who is a maybe, you wouldn't necessarily always close them all the way. That's maybe a non-buying sign that it's until, I guess that's kind of a hard question. But it's just getting a feel for there are customers I've walked away from who just I just wanna try it. It's okay, I want you to have a need. I want you to need this in order to get it.
Like you actually
I want you to
told them?
actually, if you're gonna, what?
Like you actually told them that? Like
Yeah,
direct?
oh yeah. I mean, I've 100% had a customer who wanted to try it, and I said, if you're not gonna plug this in, then you don't have to get it. Okay, I want you to get it only if you actually are gonna need it and plug it in.
Right.
So that was brief. I briefly said that as well. Okay, so this is just that most important thing, okay? must have a need. All right? But in terms of the actual rehash itself, so as soon as we make that sale, okay, as soon as we make the sale, first thing that we do,
Rehash text. Rehash text.
before we can even get the text.
Get their number.
Okay?
Good morning,
Good
Samantha.
morning, Samantha. Oh, good morning, Miss Wally.
The second quality.
I see. Okay, so yes, definitely get, all right, but even before that, even before we get their number, so this is at what? So yeah, whoa. Yeah, terms and conditions, so we did go over that the other day. We can go into depth on exactly what we say in that terms and conditions. But right after that, we're gonna have them register, okay? This is really important. Okay, so we're gonna have them register. All right. Download my Verizon app. Okay, in terms of, I always have them register. Okay? Downloading the My Verizon app, not gonna lie, it depends. Because if I think that there's somebody who is old and aren't gonna be able to figure out how to do it on their own, or like not capable of figuring that out, I'll sit there and download the app with them. Somebody 25 years old coming out of the house, I register them, I'm like, hey, just download the app, that's how you log in. Okay, and use your judgment. But you always want them to register, and then they're gonna receive that what? Tracking number. Okay, tracking number. All right, perfect. And what are we gonna tell them that we will do?
Call them.
Call them. Man, you guys are good. Okay. So I will call you when it's delivered. All right, and then obviously to make sure activated, delivered. Okay? So giving them a warning, hey, I'm gonna call you in 2 days when it comes, just to make sure everything got delivered, you activated that correct. Okay? Sounds good? Perfect. All right, that's easy. Okay, saving that contact, so we get their number, right? Then what goes next? I know we went over this yesterday, so see who's paying attention. How are we gonna save them? How are we gonna save their contact?
Oh, I know. What's the date?
Delivery.
Oh,
Right?
The
There
date.
you go.
I
had my hand up.
Okay.
The tracking number, and if it's home or home plus.
Tracking
All right.
number.
Order number.
Order number. That's the same thing.
Okay, save contact. One more time. So I don't know. I didn't hear you guys right.
Delivery date,
Okay,
Name.
so date. Oh yeah.
name, and order number.
Tomorrow, you gotta go.
Let's go.
Dog.
Right.
Yo, I'm a whole new person today.
It's that quality.
Oh, it's getting to my head.
And home or home plus.
Yes.
These are the really mandatory things. But home or home plus, that helps you be one way. Okay, so saving that contact. Okay.
Morning,
when
Mix.
we save the contact, all right, what is it that you guys send? The hashtags. Okay. So even just really getting down to the details. So you're sending your name. What else? Anything else?
The picture of
Okay.
the order that you took on the iPad.
All right. Those are 3. I heard them all. So we are gonna send. Okay. Every time I do it, I send hi. This is Mackenna Verizon 5G home internet. All right. So I send my name. I don't need to write my name. Name. VZ home internet. Okay, I send them the picture I took. I zoom in and say, and at that little top, that's your order number up there, just so you're aware where to find it. All right, just so you have this. So I send a picture. Pick of number. Okay, and then we are sending.
Rehash text.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
see it.
I gave y'all a chance.
Dude, one
You
quality,
didn't take it.
quality, I think you're a changed person.
Go.
Hell yeah.
You have this glow, this certain glow.
Sounds like she's getting another quality day.
Oh yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
No doubt about it. Okay, in that rehash text,
Guaranteed.
okay, when I send this rehash text, you guys, I'm not just sending it and then leaving. I send them the rehash text at the door. I send it to them at the door and I'll pull it up. Okay, not on my phone. I'll pull it up, I'll scroll all the way to the bottom of it. Like, okay, this is the text I just sent you. We're going over terms and conditions up here. At the very bottom, just so you see, if I, for any reason, am not able to make it to the phone, there's customer service here. There's a YouTube self-setup video right here. So that way, you're able to go on it, and you're able to, if you need help, that's a resource for you. And then there's an equipment return number. If for some reason you did want to return that, okay, you just call them up and they'll get you all set up. Good morning. So just call them and they'll get you all set up with that equipment return if you need it. Okay, boom, right down. Because how many people get the text and freaking don't even look at it probably? They're just gonna get the text and like, overlook it.
up underneath it.
Right. So sending that text as well, okay? So once we've done that, rehash text and then explain it as well. Okay, I think that makes a big difference. Explain it. All right, then, we already told them. So I wanna know in this room, if we tell them this, anybody in here a liar?
No.
You're a
Sometimes.
truther, yes, Marisol! Hey, I'm a truther too. So this is the same thing that we've also been talking about with saying that we're here for them no matter what. Okay? If you have any questions at all, okay, feel free to shoot me a text or give me a call. I'm here to help you. All right? I'm gonna be calling you in 2 days when that gets delivered, just to make sure that you've gotten it installed correctly, see if you have any questions for me. Okay? Perfect. So we don't wanna be liars, we wanna be truthers. So, that day, you already have here, it's all like going together, the date. Okay, so on your contacts after this, every single day, you guys, go onto your contacts. Okay, bottom. You're gonna scroll down to the very, very bottom, because that's where all the numbers go. That's where, like, you know what I'm talking about. And then whatever day it is, you can find it. Today's the 30th. So anything titled 12/30 or however you saved it, you're gonna call that person on that day. I normally, honestly, I wait till around 6 o'clock. I know sometimes, if not, I'm shooting a text as well if they don't answer. I'm always following up. So, yes, ma'am.
Could you send that text to like the Chicago chat?
Yeah?
The text that you sent before calling, or like the alternative?
Yeah, I call and then I'll send the text. Yeah, I'll send it for sure, but it's really, you don't have to overthink it. It's just like, hey, this is Mackenna from Verizon, just making sure that your router got delivered and you got it installed.
Okay.
That's what I'm calling. Call me back if you have it,
Okay.
So I will send it though. I'll definitely send it. So scrolling down, calling that. Okay, 6 o'clock. The router can be delivered anywhere from 8 o'clock to, I'm pretty sure it's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8 to 3. So anytime after 3, I think is just best. That way, if you call them at 9 a.m., no promises that it'll be delivered that day. That's just the best that I've found. So call field. And also leaders, like if we're out in the field with another leader, they're at the door, take 2 seconds. Leave them at the door. See you later. Sayonara. Go down to the street, just give a person a ring. Steven said 3 minutes, takes less sometimes. Sometimes when you call them, they already have it plugged in. That's my favorite phone call. Oh yeah, got it plugged in and it's working good. All right, perfect. Okay, so this is pretty much it, okay? Any questions at this point? All right, Bernard.
Okay, so with the rehashing customers, I think a big issue could be like organization on our part. So like one thing I started doing was I added them to our Google Calendar. So like it's super clear for me when I have to call someone. Because sometimes I call someone 2 days later, but like they haven't received the router yet. And then I could forget the next day to call them. So like it's super organized for me in Google Calendars personally.
Yeah.
So I know exactly who to call and when.
Love love that. I've heard of a lot of people that use Google Calendars as well.
Also a reminder on your phones, there's a reminder app, that's what I use.
Reminder. Yeah, and
you can high prioritize it too.
yeah, definitely. And this is good and solid, but everybody knows how they do things. Some things work better for other people. Find what works for you, and then just do it. This works for everybody, but in terms of calendar, certain minor things like that, definitely, Samantha.
If we sign them up and they have like ACP, we have to sign them up for that at the door too, right?
ACP.
Yeah.
It's the most. I mean, I would assume. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't sold many ACP people. I've only probably done 3 ACP sales, so probably not the best to talk about with that. But I think that you could, and obviously it would help, but you don't have to. It's just the faster that they sign up, the faster that's gonna kick in and actually give them that discount. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, with ACP, like you don't have to do it with them at the door, but if you're signing somebody up on ACP, you have to let them know that if they don't apply for that ACP discount, they're not going to get it, right? And then it's going to apply on their next bill, right? So their first bill will still be the same amount because they haven't applied yet, right? So they want to go ahead and apply like right after you walk away from the door because they have to type in their personal info. So like, yes, you can help them, but you're basically just gonna be standing there making sure they do it, right? So really just emphasizing, hey, you have to apply, and you send them that link in that rehash text that we give them, right? You have to apply for this right away so that it can be applied to your next bill. So just preempting that because you guys are gonna sign people up for ACP and they're gonna be like, why did I get charged $70, right?
And you guys have the link and stuff for ACP?
Yeah, should be in that text.
And then
What if they already have ACP, does it still take 2 months?
So like they have ACP for their current provider, but now they have to reapply for
And
Verizon.
it still takes 2 months?
So yeah, their first bill is going to be normal, then it's going to apply to the next one.
Okay.
So just letting them know that, so that way it's clear and you guys don't get any crazy phone calls. Because if I'm used to getting free internet and I get a $70 bill, I'm gonna be upset.
For sure.
but that is all I have for you today, folks.
Can I just have one thing?
Please.
Okay. So I think this is amazing, and the main thing with this, above all else, is just the fact that we have to look at this as like not optional. Just like submitting the sales, right? People are like, oh, maybe I'll submit my sale, right? This is not optional. The reason why Mackenna had all of her customers plug it in and activate it is because this wasn't an option for her. This was just a part of the sale. So the same way that like we have to explain certain things while we're there, like we have to do this. This is not an option. So in the car rides, guys, I know we talked about it briefly with some people, but in the car rides, whoever the leader of the car ride is, or you guys can assign somebody before the end of the day, right? Just assign one person that checks everyone's phone at the end of the day once you guys get in the car to make sure everyone sent the proper text and reached out to their customers, right? We can just hold each other accountable within the car rides. That way it's getting done, and we can make sure that all of these sales are actually getting plugged in and activated. But just understanding this is not an option. This is not just something extra we can do to like make our odds better. This is like 100% required 100% of the time.
Love it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mackenna.
Thank you, Mackenna.